Hey, what's up guys? This is AFAT Bunny. I just wanted to start this video out by stating that I have 48 subscribers now. I did say once we hit 50, I will be doing a handheld collection video, which, you know, is pretty cool. I like my collection for handhelds, just the systems, mind you, but only 2 subs away, and we'll be having that coming out soon if I hit 50. The next thing I want to state is Uncharted 4, great game. Because I promised you that I would say what I thought about it, and I think it's pretty good. Actually, really good. Definitely, I would say it's like tied with number 2. If you ever played number 2, you know how good number 2 is, so I'd say, you know, it's definitely good. One thing I did just buy recently, because of Uncharted 4 coming out, I got the controller that came with it. Now, this was $65 plus tax, so it came out to be just over $70, which is kind of expensive for a controller, but I justified it because I didn't have another controller, so I decided it would be worth the $70, and especially since it's a game that I love. Now, some yard sale stuff that I grabbed. I got Mario and Luigi's Partners in Time. This was $2 at a yard sale. This didn't have the manual, but I already had the manual, so now it is complete, which is pretty cool. Okay, these next 3 PS2 games were 3 for $5, so I got all 3 of these for $5. Zone of Enders, which is really cool. It's made by the same guy who makes the Metal Gear series. This one has the Metal Gear bonus disc in it. Let me open that up there. There you go. So that's pretty cool. Then we have Time Crisis, which was pretty cool. Didn't have that one. And Time Crisis 3, also pretty cool. And then the other things I found at thrift stores, those were all yard sales. That was GameStop, and this is thrift stores. An e-reader for the Game Boy Advance. Now, this is pretty cool. Only 90 cents. It was just sitting on a shelf, and I happened to see it. Grabbed it quick. But, yeah, my one local retro store, these are about $8. So I say for 90 cents, did pretty well. And patience is key. And then right as I was walking out of the store, I looked behind the one counter and saw these hanging, and I grabbed them and I went back and paid for them and told the lady that found something else that caught my eye. 2 Wavebird receivers for the Nintendo GameCube Wavebird controllers. Now, these both work. I've tested them at a friend's house who has Wavebirds. So for $2.92 for 2 of them, you can't beat that. These are worth almost as much as the controller themselves are because they're hard to find and or they break a lot, I guess, or something. I don't know, but can't use the controller without the receivers, so that's pretty important. Another thing I grabbed was PlayStation Plus membership. First time, $50 for a year. Didn't really want to, but I did promise all my friends I would get it so we could play online this summer. And I figure it'll last a whole year, so I'll have plenty of time to get $50 more. I already used it, so. And with that, it's nice, as you all probably know, you can download free games. So I got Tabletop Erasers, I think, which is a $20 game for free. I downloaded that, loving that so far. And I downloaded Tropico 5, I think, which is a $60 game for free. Haven't really played that often. I just got it yesterday, so I'll see how it is. But I mean, it basically already paid for itself, which is nice. This is something I found yesterday at a thrift store. We got Ratchet Deadlocked on PS2, one of the few Ratchet games I don't already have, for $2, so not too bad. It is greatest hits, and it also is kind of, the case is kind of mangled a little bit over on that corner, but, you know, still a game I'm looking forward to playing. And this is pretty cool as a Naughty Dog fan. For $2, even though it is greatest hits, brand new, sealed Jak and Daxter. So yeah, the same thrift store. Pretty cool. Don't see that too often, even though, you know, I wouldn't say it's hard to find or anything. You just don't see it as often as what you might imagine. And now for a little bit of a longer explanation here. The best way I can explain this is they have the games behind the counter. I asked to see the games one day. I look back even farther behind the counter in a box, and I see the game you're about to see on screen. Just the box of this game. I already had the the game itself. Like I had everything now. And then the manual, this had the box with the styrofoam and a dust cover in it, and it was in a bin back there. And I said, well, what's that sitting there for? And the lady explained to me that that was a throwaway bin. So I asked if I could have it. She said sure, and she was a little hesitant. I said I'd pay for it, and she said, no, it's our throwaway bin, you can just have it. So she gave it to me. Now that was like the biggest find so far at that spot. Now that was just one day, and then I went back 2 more times, and this is all I found in just those 2 times. Actually, the second time I didn't find anything, so this is all just one time. Okay, now what you're seeing on screen right now, these are all the boxes that they were going to throw away. Empty boxes. Now some of them have manuals, none of them have discs in this shot here that you see. So they were all just given to me. The lady this time was really hesitant, didn't want to give them to me. And well, I asked her if they had any. They said no, and they had their bin sitting out in the front. So I was just digging through it looking, and I found a couple, and she's like, oh, there's not for sale. And I'm like, well, are you going to throw them away? She said, yeah. And I'm like, well, can I just have them then? And she said, okay, that's fine. So all those you just saw on screen were empty. Now, all of these that you're seeing on screen right now have the games. And the only thing you're not seeing on screen that I also took was a Madagascar, the DVD, which worked fine, which was pretty cool. But all these games are in the cases that you're seeing right now. And they say they're damaged, which some of them are pretty scratched, but I can buff them and they'll work fine. Others look almost flawless, so I don't understand their reasoning there. But either way, one man's trash is another man's treasure, and I grabbed some of these even just to save, just because they're games. You know, I might be giving them away to other people because I have no use for any of those Xbox cases you just saw, and like the 3 Wii game, or 3 of the 4 Wii games you just saw aren't worth anything to me. I'm keeping the Crash games, and yeah, and one of the other PS2 games, the NASCAR game, but I just can't believe they throw that stuff out. So that thrift store, I've been trying to get a deal going with them that I can just take all their stuff off their hands for free. And if I get any more, you'll see it in these videos, just like what you saw now, so I don't waste a whole bunch of time. This is a little longer than I'd like, blabbing about it, but that's the explanation. So now if you hear it in any other videos, you'll know where it came from. And with that being said, I would love to thank you guys for watching. Like I said, real close to 50. I'll catch you guys in the next video then. Thank you for subscribing, and hopefully you enjoyed.